For years, I told anyone who would listen not to waste their money on portable monitors. To me, they were just flimsy, frustrating gimmicks. A total compromise. You had dim screens, wobbly stands, and a mess of cables. All promising productivity, but just delivering clutter. I was a purist. If I couldn't get the work done on my MacBook's screen alone, it would have to wait until I was back at my desk. I seriously thought portable monitors were a joke for real work. I was wrong. This one device completely changed my mind. The gorgeous 4K 15-inch Espresso display didn't just add a screen, it turned my entire mobile setup into a command center I can take anywhere. I've spent most of my career working on the go, everywhere from coffee shops to airport lounges. My MacBook has been the one constant, and for just as long I've been fighting the same old battle, the limits of a single laptop screen. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You're trying to reference a document while you write, or keep an eye on Slack whilst you're deep in code. It's the constant dance of swiping between desktops and minimizing windows, and it just kills your focus. I've tried everything. I've memorized keyboard shortcuts, I've mastered those complicated window management apps, and I even gave my iPad a shot with Sidecar. But nothing ever felt right. It always felt like a clunky workaround, never a real extension of my workspace. So I just accepted that my best, most focused work could only happen on my multi-monitor setup at home. And look, I had every reason to be skeptical. The early portable monitors were just awful. They had these washed out 1080p screens that looked like a joke next to my Retina display. Needed a bunch of cables for power and video too, and they felt like they'd snap in my bag. They were a solution that just created more problems. But then I started hearing about a brand that was doing things differently. A company that was supposedly building a portable monitor with a design and quality that could actually stand next to Apple gear. That company is Espresso, and the product is this, the Espresso Display 15 Pro. And let me tell you, this thing is so different, it has completely blown me away. The second I took the Espresso Display 15 Pro out of the box, I knew this was on another level. The very first thing you notice is the build. This isn't cheap plastic. It's a solid slab of aluminium that feels dense, cool to the touch, and incredibly sturdy. It's only about 5.5 millimeters thick, thinner than my iPhone, but there is absolutely zero flex. This is the kind of engineering you'd expect from a premium product. Honestly, if Apple were to make a portable monitor, it would probably feel a lot like this. The design is clean and minimal, perfectly matching the whole vibe of my MacBook. The color, the finish, the sharp lines, it all just fits. It doesn't look like a random accessory. It looks like it belongs. For someone like me who really cares about having a cohesive setup, this was a huge win. It's the first portable display I've seen that doesn't feel like a step down from the premium feel of my laptop. But the real magic is in the accessories. Espresso built a whole ecosystem, and the star of the show for me is the EspressoStand Pro. It's not some flimsy little kickstand. It's a solid, adjustable stand that lets the display magnetically snap into place, so it floats securely right above my MacBook's keyboard. This creates a stacked dual screen setup that has been an absolute game changer. I'm no longer craning my neck in a cramped cafe. I have a proper ergonomic workstation, and it takes up the same footprint as my laptop. It feels futuristic, but most importantly, it's just incredibly practical. Diving deeper into the ecosystem reveals just how much thought went into the entire mobile experience. It's not just about the stand. Take the Espresso Case Nylon, for example. It's a custom-built travel case that perfectly secures the display and has dedicated space to house the stand and cables all in one package. This isn't just a generic sleeve, it's a genuinely clever solution that keeps my entire portable setup protected and organized in my bag. Then there's the Espresso Pen. It's a stylus designed specifically for the display, turning the touchscreen into a creative canvas. It features over 4,000 levels of pressure sensitivity and tilt functionality, which gives it a surprisingly natural paper-like feel for jotting down notes or making precise edits. It's just another layer of functionality that makes sense. And for anyone who works in public spaces, this last one is huge. Espresso recently partnered with Kensington, the leader in device security, to create a magnetic privacy screen. It It snaps right onto the display and uses special technology to limit the viewing angle to just 30 degrees, so anyone trying to peek from the side sees nothing but a dark screen. It even has an anti-glare coating and reduces blue light. Now this means I can confidently work on sensitive documents or on a plane or in a busy cafe without worrying about wandering eyes. With this ecosystem, the dream of taking your entire command center on the go actually becomes a reality. It starts with how simple the connection is. It uses just one USB-C cable for both power and 4K video. That's it. No power bricks, no dongles, no tangled mess of wires to cram into my bag. I plug one cable from the monitor into my MacBook and it just works. That plug and play simplicity is a huge deal. It removes all the friction that made me hate setting up other portable screens. Now, let's talk about how it transforms my workflow. That stacked setup isn't just for looks, it's all about efficiency. I can have my video editing timeline on my MacBook screen with a full crisp 4K preview playing on the Espresso Display right above it, or I can be writing a script on my main screen with all my research and notes perfectly organized on the screen above. No more swiping, no more hidden windows. Everything I need is visible at a glance, which lets me stay in a state of flow for so much longer. The display also has full touchscreen functionality, which works great with macOS, thanks to Espresso's own software. Now, macOS wasn't built for touch, but being able to quickly tap a button or scroll a web page or make a small adjustment in an app with just my finger feels surprisingly natural. The software called Espresso Flow is a key part of the whole experience. It helps manage my window layouts, automatically matches the display's brightness to my MacBooks, and gives me control over all the settings. This software is what turns the display from just another screen into a truly integrated part of the setup. My biggest issue with portable monitors has always been the screen quality. Why pay for a MacBook with a gorgeous display just to pair it with a dim, low-res, washed-out second screen? It just felt backward. The Espresso Display 15 Pro is the first one I've used that doesn't feel like a visual downgrade. We're talking about a gorgeous 4K panel here with a resolution of 3840 by 2160. That means text is razor sharp and images are packed with detail. The technology gives you those perfect inky blacks and an incredible contrast ratio that makes everything pop. But the real test for a portable monitor is brightness. I've used a lot that were advertised as bright, but were useless in a sunny room. The Espresso Display is rated for up to 550 nits, which is more than enough to hold its own even in a coffee shop with big windows. And for my work, color accuracy is everything. Espresso claims 100% DCI-P3 color gamut coverage, and it really shows. The colors are vibrant and rich. I can confidently do photo editing and even initial video color grades on this display when I can be bothered while I'm traveling. Now, to be fair, if you're putting it side to side with a MacBook Pro's Liquid Retina XDR display, it may not be a perfect match. And some reviewers have noticed that the reds aren't quite as perfectly tuned as Apple's panels, which is a common challenge for even the best displays. But for 99% of what I do, probably more, and for almost every real user, the quality is absolutely exceptional and miles ahead of any other portable monitor I've ever seen. For the first time, I have a second screen that actually complements my MacBook. Okay, but no product is perfect, so let's talk about the drawbacks, because there are a few things you need to know. First, the elephant in the room, the price. This is not a cheap accessory. The Espresso Display 15 Pro, especially when you bundle it with the EspressoStand Pro, is a serious investment. It's priced as a professional tool because that's what it is. You're paying for the incredible build quality, the 4K screen, and the sleek design. This is not for someone who just needs a cheap extra screen. It's for pros who can use it to make money or dramatically improve their mobile workflow. Second up, whilst that magnetic EspressoStand Pro is fantastic for the stacked setup, it is another solid thing to carry. It's beautifully made, but it definitely adds weight and bulk to your bag. If you're a minimalist who counts every gram, you'll have to decide if the ergonomic payoff is worth the extra cargo. Finally, like pretty much every other portable monitor out there, the built-in speakers are not going to blow you away. They work for system sounds or a quick call in a quiet room, but you'll still be using your MacBook speakers or earbuds, headphones, or anything like that for real audio. For me, that's a trade-off I'm happy to make for the slim design, but it's worth mentioning. None of these are deal breakers for me, not even close. They're just the realities of a product built for portability, screen quality, and premium design above all else. I started this out as a total skeptic. I truly believe the idea of a professional portable monitor was a contradiction in terms. I was convinced that real productivity was chained to a desk. The Espresso Display 15 Pro proved me wrong. It didn't just meet my expectations, it fundamentally changed how and where I could do my best work. It's so seamlessly integrated into my workflow that I now have a powerful ergonomic command center that fits right into my backpack. So, who is this for? If you're a remote worker, a digital nomad, a creative pro, a coder, anyone who feels held back by a single laptop screen, this is the upgrade you've been waiting for. It's for people who value great design, demand high performance, and are willing to invest in tools that actually make their work life better. And who is it not for? If you only need an extra screen once in a while, or if budget is your main concern, there are definitely cheaper options out there that will get the job done. But if you refuse to compromise on quality and want a seamless premium extension of your MacBook, this is it. This is the ultimate MacBook upgrade I never knew I needed, and now I can't imagine ever going back. Now, I'm curious, what's your single biggest frustration when you're working on the go? Let me know in the comments, and check out the next video up here.